you been?
I went to the Big Smoke, to the supermarket.
You went to Mullingar, to the supermarket?
Yeah.
Are you sick or excited or what?
Huh?
Sure, everyone knows the dangers of mass shopping.
Oh, yeah. Mass shopping, yeah? Right enough. There was a bit of trolley rage in the toiletries aisle.
Feck, that is not the toiletries. It's your feckin' life you should be worried about. Don't tell me you haven't heard of the man in the aran mask.
Would it surprise you if I said no?
There was a mild-mannered man called Garvin Quake who lived with his wife Dorcas in the busy town of Ballyhare. He was the manager of Smart Value, the town's biggest supermarket. He was always helpful and kind to his staff.
Sounds like a dry shite to me.
That's exactly what he wanted everyone to think. Because beneath the harmless exterior lurked a devious criminal mastermind with a cruel streak.
Oh, yeah. Was he keeping all the Smart Value Super Saver stamps for himself?
No! It was the man in the aran mask!
Hey, right, is that the time? I'm going off to sleep now,
Under the cover of late-night shopping, he would disguise himself, including a mask he had fashioned out of the sleeve of an old aran jumper. And when the opportunity arose, he would sneak out of his office and prey on unsuspecting shoppers. What he did was hide under people's cars, and as they got out of their car, he would slice through their Achilles tendon with his trademark carpet knife, so they couldn't run away. Then he stole their wallets.
Devious bastard.
Yeah.
Sure, he'd be on good money. What would he be bothered with the contents of a few wallets and purses for?
It wasn't the money that got his juices flowing. It was the thrill of the slice. And when he got his first newspaper headline, there was no stopping him.
Newspaper headline?
Yep. The man in the aran mask was quickly gaining a nationwide reputation, and Garvin thrived on the publicity over his creation. Then one day he was watching the news. Dun, dun, diddle, dun, diddle, dun, dun, dun. The man in the aran mask has killed for the first time. He slit the throat of a young banker. Diddle, dun, dun, dun. News just in. The man in the aran mask has killed again. Garvin was appalled. His man in the aran mask would never kill anyone. The whole thing was getting out of hand. With a copycat killer on the loose, it was time for him to lie low. He hid the mask in the usual place, beneath a loose floorboard under the stairs.
So, did the copycat killer keep killing?
Yep. Thank you, Grania. The man in the aran mask has struck again. Police are stepping up their investigations. A month had passed since Garvin had put his mask away, and 3 more murders had been attributed to his alias. Then there was a knock on the door.
Hello, Mr. Quake. Lieutenant Larry Ladd from Leitrim CID.
Said the officer.
We'd like to look around. It's purely routine.
Garvin was caught on the hop. He just prayed they wouldn't look under the stairs.
Don't forget to look under the stairs, lads,
said the detective. Garvin started to sweat as an officer discovered a loose floorboard.
Huh. So they found the mask, huh?
No. To Garvin's surprise and relief, the mask wasn't there. There was only one explanation. His wife, Dorcas, must have found it. After the police had left, he thought long and hard about what he should do and came to the conclusion that when Dorcas returned from bridge class, he'd come clean about the robberies and beg her forgiveness. Sure, she'd know he was no murderer.
Yeah, 'cause he's a slicer, not a killer.
Yeah, right, Rodge. Anyway, he waited and waited, and she never came home. Then the phone rang. It was Dorcas. The bus never turned up, so I walked to the supermarket. I thought you were working late and I could get a lift, but there's no one here, she said. He told her to hang on. He'd come and pick her up. He pulled into his usual parking space and got out of his car, but Dorcas was nowhere to be seen. Then he felt a tingling sensation at the back of his leg. He got dizzy. He tried to move forward, but he fell on his face. He rolled onto his side, only to see a figure scramble out from underneath his car.
It was the other man in the aran mask.
You're only half right.
Huh?
It wasn't a man. You see, unbeknownst to him, Dorcas was the copycat killer. And to Garvin's horror, not only was his sweet wife an accomplished slicer, but an expert body dicer. With a final flash of steel, she slit his windpipe and left him dead in the car park. Another victim of the notorious man in the aran mask.
But it's a woman.
You know that, she knows that, but the cops don't know that. And that's why she's still at large.
Still at large, you say?
Yeah.
You mean she could be...
Yeah, look, what overpriced rubbish did you buy at the supermarket anyway?
Oh, I only went for the bargains. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. A pound coin is all I spent.
A pet?
Yeah.
On what?
On one of them big supermarket shopping trolleys. You know the ones with the funny wheels. Yeah. I thought it'd be ideal for transporting Granny down to the Black Mass.
Oh, did you?
And it'll save the mess on the car seat, you know?
You're some feckless rogue.
Huh?